My name is Daphna. I oversee PETA's animal shelter, which assists animals in underserved areas of southeastern Virginia and northeastern North Carolina. Every year, PETA publicizes its report on the numbers of animals we take in and what becomes of them. And we'd like you to see the whole picture. The suffering of thousands of animals has been prevented, alleviated, or ended, and their lives have been saved or improved thanks to PETA's shelter and its field workers. Emily, Amanda, Jess, Heather, Kat, Holly, Kate, Thomas, Chris, and Jessica.
Every day and night, in all weather extremes, we answer calls for assistance from some of the poorest communities in this part of the United States, where animals have no one else to help them. I had no idea when I first came to PETA that there are people who keep their companion animals outdoors 24/7 and can't be bothered to provide them with food and water on a regular basis, much less take them to the vet when they are sick, injured, or even dying.
We see unloved dogs whom no one ever even bothered to name. They spend their entire lives tethered by a heavy chain, some heavier than their own body weight, watching as life passes them by, deprived of companionship, exercise, and respect.
We deliver free, sturdy, custom-built dog houses and straw bedding to those who would otherwise go without any protection from the elements. We replace heavy chains with lightweight tie-outs, and we remove tight or makeshift collars, replacing them with comfortable ones. Every year, we help thousands of dogs for free, treating parasites, providing flea and fly strike prevention, shaving matted fur, distributing water buckets, food and toys to play with, and giving much needed affection.
We deal with unimaginable suffering, injury, and neglect. We see dogs chained without shade in the sweltering summer sun, penned for life amid their own filth, yelled at, and just forgotten. We improve their lot as best we can, try to persuade their owners to allow them to live indoors, show people how to care for them in basic ways, find new homes for any we can, and offer euthanasia for those animals who are too far gone and unadoptable.
In 2016, we assisted more than 25,000 animals in more than 250 cities.
We responded to nearly 2,500 calls for emergency help.
Our clinic spayed or neutered 15,107 dogs, cats, and rabbits, all at no or low cost.
Operating the clinics cost PETA more than $1,402,000 in 2016 alone.
We took in just over 2,000 animals, roughly 1% of all the animals who entered Virginia shelters.
We found wonderful permanent homes for 80 dogs, cats, rabbits, birds, horses, and other animals. And they are truly forever homes because we don't just give animals away. We impose careful safeguards on adoptions.
We delivered 488 other animals to high-traffic shelters.
We reunited lost animals with their frantic guardians.
We euthanized 1,428 sick, suffering, dying, feral, aggressive, or otherwise unadoptable animals.
We assisted more than 3,000 indigent families in keeping animals they were about to give up by providing them with food and free medical services, including repairing prolapsed organs, performing life-saving surgeries on dogs suffering from dangerous uterine infections, removing tumors and ruptured growths, removing injured eyes, amputating legs, performing drainage surgeries for hematomas and infected wounds, and treating ear, skin, and upper respiratory infections.
We counseled and helped dozens of people keep their animals by showing them how to cope with behavioral quirks, grooming challenges, house training woes, and more.
And we transported more than 1,000 dogs and cats to and from our clinics free of charge for people who had no transportation.
When you look at PETA's figures, please understand that almost 450 of the animals we euthanized were brought to us by loving guardians, desperate to relieve their animal companions suffering from old age, illness, or injury, but unable to afford the high cost of euthanasia. PETA provides this free community service that most other shelters do not.
We never want to euthanize an animal simply for being homeless. That's why we go into communities where animals need us the most and work at the root of the homelessness problem, unwanted births.
I work with animals because I love them and want to help the ones who need help the most. It breaks my heart, but I know that euthanasia is a necessary part of alleviating suffering and dealing with the horrors created by irresponsible and careless people. In many cases, it's the only humane option.
Every day, PETA works hard to prevent and end cruelty, neglect, homelessness, and needless euthanasia. Please help by always choosing to adopt animals, never buy them. Have your animals spayed and neutered, and help others do the same. And please, if you see animal abuse, try to stop it, or at least report it. Thanks for caring. Please share this video.